Hello, this is Alexis Estevez again at the piano, here to show you some things that I think are important. Excuse me. Last time we talked about how to read music. I think this is a good time to learn about how to read time signatures. So 4/4 time, pretty self-explanatory. Just in rhythms of, well, I'll show you on the piano, right? So, for example, 4/4 time. Ooh, let's go slower. So, this is a electronic example of 4/4 time. It's using 4/4 time because every time before the ring happens, when the ring happens is when the fourth beat happens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I meant the first one. So again, I'm slowing this down. We can slow it down even further. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, this idea of timing is kind of escapes a lot of people. 4/4 time just means 4 beats, and every note is worth, if you were to put a whole note on the page, then it would be worth 4 beats. That's all it means. It's like deviations of 4, and that's what we think of when we think 4/4 time. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, there are deviations in this 4/4 time. For example, maybe we could have the notes still worth 4, so 4 on the bottom, and a 3 on top. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we've changed how many beats. Happened before that initial one, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. New measure, 2, 3. New measure, 2, 3. New measure, 2, 3. Bar, 2, 3. Bar, 2, 3. You know what I mean? So again, we can speed it up. It doesn't matter. It's still gonna be 1, 2, 3, no matter what. Because again, we're in 3/4 time. And again, the note's value does not diminish. It doesn't decrease. There's still 4 on the bottom because each note is still worth the same amount of time. But now our new whole note would be like a half note, a half note, a dotted half note. That would be the full length of a measure. That's what it's called. So now that we know this, let's go even further down. So this is 2/4 now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. One thing that I did forget to mention with the threes, those are usually used for like dances, waltz, stuff like that. The two, not a lot of people use it. It just depends on how slow the song is or how they want to use every measure and all that stuff. Again, it just depends. But again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And again, the notes still equal 4, right? Just now, your whole, your measure will, like if you wanted to fill a whole measure with one note, it would be just a half note, because what is a half note? It's just a note worth 2 beats. This is what this is. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, not hard to follow. So let's move on to something very different. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we are in 6/8 time, or no, you don't really see 6/4 time, because who would do that? But you would see that the measure, to complete a measure, is 6 notes. 6 quarter notes, right? But now, the bottom note would be equal to 8, which would just mean, deviations of 8 instead of 4. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now, the timing, right? The divisions would still be very similar. I think it would just be a half step, not half step, a half note and a quarter note would be, half note and a quarter note would be half of it. And then if you were to follow the same thing, so it'd be like, no, a quarter note. So yeah, you'd have to fill, again, it would be 6 notes. You want 6 notes in the measure. So you could do 6 quarter notes if you really wanted to. But, it just depends on what you want to do with the music. But again, the timing is what's important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. anyway, like the timing is very waltz similarly. It's very like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Just worry about how many times you use every note. Again, there's 6/8 time. There's no such thing as 6/7, something like that. It's really wonky. There's no real 7 denominations or anything like that. That I know of. I'm sure there's some freaky guy who's like, yeah, I really want to make a song in 6/7 time. I commend you. But yeah, so again, time signatures can look scary. And again, it's something you can Google. It's not anything that's out of the range of, what's the word? I don't know, vision, or it's nothing out of it's nothing extraterrestrial, you know what I mean? It's nothing crazy. Like it might be hard to understand, kind of, but again, if we're doing so, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4. So I will. So that's how we can kind of change a rhythm pattern, right? Maybe I just want to do whatever. The main point is, like, in the end, you can have an accent anywhere. Say you wanted to have an accent on 3 and 2. So it would be like 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. This depends on what you want to do in making your music and making what you want to make. But yeah, I think this is very important to learn. Obviously, that's why I'm teaching you. And you know, obviously, maybe there's some things that I'm not the most familiar with when it comes to rhyme schemes. But in general, that's usually the case of 4/4 times, and again, there's 8/8 time also, and 6/6 time, and 6/8 time, and 4/6 time, and all these other things as well. But again, I'm not going into crazy depth, but I do wanted you to just learn something. So again, let's look at a piece of music real quick. China shows us some things. So here we have 4/4 time, right? And we have 1/8 notes and quarter notes. So it would be like, the quarter notes would be boom, boom, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, boom, 1. Just at the very beginning, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. But if I were to play 1, 2, 3, 4, it would be the same. It would match up, because again, we're not changing out of the time scheme. We're just playing with the rhythmic patterns in that time scheme. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. And I'll show you one more, because it shows half notes. Yeah. So that would just be 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'd play it, what, F, G, A flat. No, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, it's not crazy hard to learn these rhythm patterns. Just needs effort and time. But yeah, hope this helped you. Hope you have a great day. Bye.